Hi guys, hello and welcome to another Microsoft Visual C# tutorial. In this tutorial we will learn about how to use the AND operator using the range problem. And as you can see over here on my screen that I have declared a couple of variables, score and letter grade, and the problem is pretty much about accepting score from user and displaying the letter grade. So after accepting the score from user, the condition is the same as if the score is between 90 and 100 inclusive, the letter grade is A. If it is between 80 and less than 90, because I want to include 89.99 as well, the letter grade will be B, and so on and so forth. So when you write this statement in English language, you can simply just say score has to be between 90 and 100 inclusive. So the word score is only displayed once. But when I convert this into programming, I cannot just write score greater than equals to 90 and less than equals to 100. It will simply not work, and the compiler will gonna give me an error. Even if I am following the C# syntax, which states that the AND operator is written with 2 ampersands. The reason is that we have something called operator precedence. In operator precedence, what happens is that score is greater than equals to 90. That's one side of the equation. And score should be less than equals to 100, should be the other side of the equation. We don't have to worry about these things if you're writing in English because it's understood. But to the computer, it first evaluates the condition to the left of equals, and then evaluates the condition to the right, to the left of AND operator, and then evaluates the condition to the right of the and comes to the AND in the end. So when it is evaluating the left-hand side, it reads it like this, that if score is greater than equals to 90, okay, if that is true, it just keeps that on one side. And then it goes on the other side by ignoring and for the first part and said, okay, 100 less than equals to what? And that's where it starts giving you problems, because AND always gets evaluated in the end. So the proper approach in programming is to repeat the variable on both sides of the AND, because those are higher precedence operators, the less than equals to and greater than equals to, than the AND operator. So because of the precedence, we got to do this. So let me write it down. Like, for example, if I have this in English like this, okay, just for the sake of understanding, you already know that in C# we use double ampersands. So if I have a condition of, let's say, 101. 101 is greater than equals to 90, but 101 is less than equals to 100. So one condition is true and one condition is false. And requires both conditions to be true. Therefore, in this case, it will be false, because one of the condition is not true. Therefore, if the value, let's say, is 89, then even with 89, the first condition is false, but the second condition is true. And since one of the condition is false, the answer will be false. However, if I enter, let's say, a value of 92, the first condition is true, and the second condition is true, so the whole expression will be true. Now let's start writing this in C#. So in C# I will write if score is greater than equals to 90 and score is less than equals to 100. Okay, that means if score is within the range, then I would like my letter grade to be A. Now, if this condition is false, I can go to else if, where I can say score greater than equals to 80, and at the same time the score should be less than 90 because I want 89.99 to be inclusive in the range. And then I want my letter grade to be B. Similarly, I have a condition for C, D, and F. Now it's time to display the output on the screen where the letter grade is whatever it is based on the score. So now let's run this application. And you will see, based on the score that I enter, it will make letter grade have one of the 5 possibilities, and then we'll display the output. So if I enter 88, that should be a letter grade B. And that's exactly what it does. So in this tutorial, we learn about how you can use an AND operator to figure out the range. Now, AND operator is not limited to figuring out the range. It is used for this particular purpose only and only if you have the same variable in the AND. But there are situations where you do not have the same variable and you're not trying to find the range. Rather, they're two separate variables that you want to connect with an ampersand. Let's have a look at the next example. So in this example, my task is to figure out, let's say if somebody is looking for a job and they want to find a job that pays at least $20 an hour and is within the 20 miles of their house. So there are two separate distinct requirements joined by the AND operation. So in order to solve this problem, I will declare the two variables, the distance from house and the hourly rate. And then I will be accepting the input for both of these variables so that the user will provide me that how far it is away from their home and what is the hourly rate. Once we do this, we now need to figure out that if distance from home is less than equals to 20, because that's the maximum, 20 miles has to be within the 20 miles, okay? And if the hourly rate is at least 20, so that's greater than equal to 20. So hourly rate must be at least 20, and the distance from the house must be within 20 miles. In that case, I would like to accept the offer or even at least consider it. Otherwise, I will just pass. So let's test this application. And here I have, please enter distance from my house. Let me increase the font size so that it's easier for you to see in the video. Okay, so please enter the distance from my house. Let's say I say 21 miles and the hourly rate is 25. Even though one condition is true, the other one is false, it will still say, no, I will pass. Let's try to look for a solution where things are true. Both conditions are true. So it's 18 miles from the house, and the hourly rate is 25, and it says, yes, I am interested. So anyway, between the two examples with the AND operator, you would have seen how to use the AND operator in C#. Catch you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to my channel.